It seemed to Raymond John Jack Wean in the year 1929 that a little thing like the Great Depression was no reason not to start a company. In a one-room office in the same downtown Warren, Ohio bank building that now houses the foundation bearing his name, Jack began developing ideas for new approaches to steel processing. Fundamentally an innovator, Jack developed a combination system for rolling steel that was adopted by mills around the world. Jack Wean did not make steel, he increased the capacity of steel workers and mills to make more and better steel. Today, the Raymond John Wean Foundation follows an innovative vision for increasing the capacity of individuals, organizations, and communities to effect change in the Mahoning Valley.
My grandfather and the family were very proud to be able to offer living wage jobs to people who lived in this area. And the company doesn't exist anymore to do that. But I think the foundation is in a way helping to reweave the fabric of life in neighborhoods.
The foundation is achieving that goal by embarking on a capacity building initiative to increase the capacity of individuals, organizations, and communities to transform the neighborhoods of Youngstown and Warren.
Capacity building is continued transformation. It's an ability to continue to transform yourself. It's a process of developing yourself, whether you're an individual or a neighborhood group or an organization or a university, so that you can continue to get better and to get better results. So it's capacity building is the opposite of doing things the way we've always done them. It's the opposite of the same old thing.
Raymond John Jack Wean and the Wean Corporation built an empire in steel, the industry that so vastly defined the Mahoning Valley for many years. As the many jobs and businesses tied to the steel industry began to disappear, so did the corporation. But Wean isn't just tied to the valley's past, it's playing a large role in the future of our valley.
Over the last few years, under the leadership of Gordon Wean and his father, the family decided that they wanted to really focus their giving here in the Mahoning Valley, where the money was made under the Wean Corporation. And we've done that, so now the money stays here in the valley.
At the same time, the Raymond John Wean Foundation refocused its mission to one of local giving. A wave of change has begun in the valley. Businesses have started returning and reinvesting in the area. Residents have begun investing in their neighborhoods as well, organizing block watches, neighborhood gardens, and small grassroots organizations, all working toward a common goal of making the communities they live in a better place. As changes take shape, we see cities, communities, and people redefining who and what they are. The Green Clean program at the Beatitude House not only provides women with a source of work, it also functions as a co-op where the employees own a piece of the business. These women are flourishing in their new roles as entrepreneurs while making a better life for themselves.
Each individual has really made strides and in different areas. Some of them have gone through the co-op training and realized that they're very interested in the customer service aspect of it, so they are starting to take on more of a role in customer service, seeing an increase in people's self-esteem. And for some of the women who didn't have any work experience, this has really been great for them because now they have something that they can put on their resume, and also the different ideas of actually owning a business has been really good mostly for people's self-esteem.
It's a belief in the power and untapped potential of everyday people that led the Wean Foundation to identify capacity building as its mission.
Capacity building can be a difficult concept to grasp because it really can be particular to an organization. When I explain it to prospective grantees and current grantees, we're talking about those resources, the capacity within your organization that can be developed so that it's more sustainable. So rather than the foundation supporting something operating cost, instead we would look to, if you have new computers and you can do your job smarter and faster, that makes more sense.
I think capacity building is increasing the ability of an organization or an individual to improve the quality of work they do, the quality of their lives in the case of individuals. In a sense, you're enabling people to help themselves enabling organizations to become stronger and more effective and stand on their own.
And the Wean Foundation is building up the capacity of individuals like Jim London. Affectionately known to many as Big Jim, he heads up the Idora Neighborhood Association. In an area once best known for the famed and beloved Idora Amusement Park, Big Jim has taken vacant properties and turned them into community gardens, and taken an abandoned storefront and made it into a welcome mural, turning what was once blighted into something beautiful.
Now we've built to the point where we've been able to encourage people to come out of their homes. We put in beautiful gardens with Ian Beniston and the Youngstown Neighborhood Development Corporation, and that's also a funding from the Wean Foundation. From there we got potluck started. We got a community yard sale going. We got communication with the corner stores. And people really rely on us. They really come out together. And today I have 253 members strong in the Idora neighborhood.
Organizations like the Idora Neighborhood Association have received support through the Foundation's Neighborhood Success Grants program, a program that focuses on supporting smaller, grassroots organizations through capacity building grant making.
Neighborhood Success Grants was modeled after a program actually that our president, Joel Ratner, created in Cleveland. And it was developed here in 2007 to support grassroots groups with small development, community development projects. I try to be very purposeful in the distinction between small community development projects and small grants, because I feel like if you're a grassroots groups, if you're a neighborhood association or a block watch or PTA, PTO, anything church-related or a church-affiliated group, a grant of $500 to $5,000 towards your project would be substantial. The Neighborhood Food Pantry is a project we funded in Warren, Ohio, and what I loved about it was when they initially made application, the grant-making committee reviewed it as a group, and one of their concerns was, as we've discussed, the capacity building, because when it comes to a pantry, you could really fund it every year forever, and there'd be no end. The group was very receptive to the suggestions that the committee made. So it was about, rather than just passing out food, what about informational brochures that you can include in your bags? Tips on how to be more economical at the grocery store. Also, information about what other organizations may be providing help in the area. And they have taken that information, we funded them now for the second time. And again, not for the food, but we funded for, they needed improved storage. They needed better refrigeration. And so to us, that's capacity building.
This was our first time applying for a grant, so the process we thought would be very intimidating, but the Raymond Wean Foundation opened their doors, sat down with us on a personal level, and just to go through the application process step by step, and that just holds a special place in my heart that they were able to do that.
Providing grantees with the personal attention and care that is needed to really foster change all comes back to the Foundation's belief in the power that residents hold.
The Wean Foundation has really been a catalyst for the development of the Mahoning Valley Organizing Collaborative, and it really started with the basic idea that residents themselves hold the answers to the problems that face the communities of Youngstown and Warren, and really in a simple belief in people, that everyday people, given the opportunity, can do extraordinary things.
People like John Lacey and Shirley Brady of the Trumbull Neighborhood Partnership are now spearheading an effort to improve their neighborhood, beginning with mini market makeovers. These makeovers will make healthy, fresh foods available once again in local corner stores.
The Wean Foundation is also was formed and staffed by local people. I think they saw a need for one organization to help throughout the entire community. And so basically they laid the foundation for us to move forward.
Organizations like the Youngstown Neighborhood Development Corporation share in the Foundation's vision for a healthier, more vibrant Mahoning Valley. Through the YNDC's Healthy Home Ownership Program, residents are receiving the training and support needed to become successful homeowners.
Seeing people get into homes and get the proper start and the proper foundation for long-term success is really very, very rewarding.
In addition to its vision and commitment to capacity building, early childhood education and initiatives remain an important aspect of the work of the Wean Foundation. Funding programs such as Spark and Project Kind all work to ensure that even the youngest residents of Youngstown and Warren receive the best start to life.
The Wean Foundation has been very committed to education and especially early learning, and our partnership with them has been wonderful because they provide us with expertise, on early childhood learning and lots of conferences and training.
Much like Jack Wean, the foundation is focusing on innovation. Through its innovative approach to grant making, the foundation is making its mark on the communities of Youngstown and Warren.
People who, many of whom had maybe given up on their own neighborhoods or given up on their own city, to see them empowered, to see them educated, to see them engaged, again, is refreshing, it's invigorating. When we have problems, when we have challenges, all I need to do individually as mayor to get inspiration is to drive through some of these neighborhoods. And while, again, we still see neighborhoods that need a significant amount of attention and planning, we also see these small and large victories that every day serve to inspire me. So as a resident, first and foremost, and as the mayor, I'm exceptionally proud to just be a small part of this transformation.
Wean Foundation rolls up their sleeves and works alongside the city and works hand in hand to improve the quality of life in our community.
At the beginning of the 20th century, Jack Wean had an innovative vision that helped transform the world of steelmaking. At the beginning of the 21st century, the many grantees of the Wean Foundation have a vision for transforming their own piece of the world.
We become more and more integrated into the life of the community. We see ourselves more and more as a partner in something that is increasingly transformative, and helping people to understand that yes, our future is a bright future and we can get there.